Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Azure and AI show. With me is Prathap, MVP from India, and we have another MVP, Teresa, Teresa Cyrus from the US, and myself, Frank Falvey from Cork and Ireland. And this evening, we're going to do some demos. Partop is going to do some stuff on voice in Azure. Is that right, Partop? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And
Thank you. Yeah.
if Teresa is back with us, Teresa is going to do co-pilot with Outlook, and I'm going to do co-pilot as well with, if we have time, with Word, Excel, and PowerPoint.
Mm.
Amazing stuff. PowerPoint or Copilot is all in the news at the minute, so stay with us. So I'm going to share your screen there, Partop, and over to you.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you, Frank. And hi, everyone, and welcome to the Azure AI show. So today we can talk about this speech studio. So one of the cognitive service in Azure OpenAI. And before that, I would like to say a very very happy birthday to my one of my friend Dan. So he's missing today. Yeah, then we can start about. So I probably he can join at the end of the session today, so we can convey the issues and everything in the session. And I would like to tell you about this today about the one of the OpenAI services. That is today we can talk about the one of AI services. So I would like to. So once again, I would redirect to this session. One second. I just tap on. Yeah. So nowadays the most popular thing in the IT industry is the AI. So the AI is the main thing. The AI is everywhere, like the OpenAI and the Copilot is everywhere. So like that only. So we have already, and Azure is the key source for all of this. Okay, in the Azure OpenAI. So before we are going to the Azure OpenAI, I would like to say some basic things about this Azure OpenAI and not only Azure OpenAI. So before we can start about this Azure, so what we need, so we need to create one Azure account. So that is the www.portal.azure.com. And once we have to create one account, we need to go for the free trial account, or whether it is we can go for the pay as you go, whether you can go for the student accounts, anything that you have to utilize it. And when we are using the Azure OpenAI account, you need to we need some access from this OpenAI. So the what we need to get the access means, so if you are working as a partner company of the Microsoft, or else any of the employee, so those who are, I mean, or else you are becoming a Microsoft MVP. So both, I mean, you can you have to register in one form. I mean, the Microsoft OpenAI asking you some, I mean, the Azure OpenAI asking some several questions like all the expertise about you, and all the, so what are the essentials you need to do in this Azure Open, and everything they're asking in the form. So within the 12 hours to the 24 hours, it will take to, I mean, I mean, the access will be granted by the Microsoft Azure OpenAI. So once we get the access, and you need to create one Azure OpenAI, so you just tap onto the Azure OpenAI, so you need to create one account. So in the, whether we need to create one Azure OpenAI account, you just tap onto the create button. So I would like to tell you how to create one Azure OpenAI account. So what are the credentials that will be asked you to, whether you need to create one account. So the only the basic things that we ask you, like subscriptions and resource group, the region. So only one thing we have to be in the mind is, so the Azure OpenAI is the applicable for the only few regions, like it is approximately the 12 regions, I think. So in the out of 64 60 plus regions, so only 12 regions is applicable for the Azure OpenAI. You need to such that all the regions, and then you need to utilize for that one according to your user perspective, and you have to give some unique name, and you have to give some the pricing. You need to select the pricing tier as well. So once you given the all the details, like network details and tags and reviews, everything you need to give all the details. So I'm already created one Azure OpenAI account. I would like to show you. So these all are the details. So you have to give only the basic details with user friendly. You just default, you have to give the network and tags and the review submit details, and everything will be in the default one only except basic details. So once you have to tap onto the review plus submit button, so the Azure OpenAI account will be created. Okay, I'm already created one account that is called Innovate account. So I just tell you how to create. I'm already tell you how to create one Azure OpenAI account. So I just tell you. So this is so once you tap onto the account, I'm already created the Innovate account. So once you tap onto the go to the Azure OpenAI Studio. So this studio is plays a key role in this for Azure OpenAI. Okay, so one thing in the mind, so in the previously it was like Azure OpenAI, now it is becoming like a Azure AI Studio. It's Azure OpenAI Studio into Azure AI Studio. Okay, so there is a, it is still on the preview version only. It will take approximately 6 months to 1 year. I don't know, I don't think so. Yeah, probably 6 months it will take to uh, make the full version of this Azure AI Studio. Okay, so everything has to be inbuilt in this Azure AI Studio, and then it will be. So everyone knows that. So Azure OpenAI has some playgrounds like So I'm already playground. So you have to play around also. So you know already like LLM models, like how they will behave. Like for example, you have to give some lots of prompts to the Chat GPT, Bing or Bot or whatever it may be. So you need to ask the several questions, so that will be give you the lots of responses according to the user. I mean, according to your prompt, they will give you the responses. So that will be happening with the chat completion. So we have them completions. So different types of completions, like I need to create one email address, I need to create one resume, and everything that will be deployed in the different deployment models. Is you need to select some different deployment models, and then we have some lots of examples. I didn't create anything in this I mean OpenAI for this one. So maybe in the probably in the next couple of weeks I can demonstrate one session on this one. But today I can concentrate on the Azure Speech Studio only. So in the left hand side top, there is a one icon is there. You just tap onto the icon. So we have all the services in the Azure OpenAI account. So in the Azure OpenAI we have lots of services like Speech Studio, Language Studio, Custom Translator, Vision Studio, Document Intelligence, and Content Safety, and Azure AI Studio, and Machine Learning. So recently Azure Machine Learning also is a part of this Azure AI Studio. So that's why these all are this called as AI Studio. Now we can today we can concentrate on the Speech Studio. Okay, I just tap onto the Speech Studio. Okay. Okay, one second, it will redirect to the some other tab. I just it will take a couple of minutes. Yeah, so this is the Speech Studio. So once it will be redirect to the Speech Studio, so we have lots of capabilities, like speech capabilities, like so whether you need to saw lots of sports and lots of anchoring, I mean TV channels, so they're having some lots of captions is there, so that automatically, so whatever the anchors talking to the user's perspective and everything, that will be captioning by using this Speech Studio, I mean speech analysis only. This is the captioning with the speech text, and post call transcription, so everything that will be related to the Speech Studio as well, and live chat with avatar. So today I can demonstrate with live chat with avatar only. So I just tap and choose this one. I didn't try this one, but I would like to. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's try first. I didn't try till now. Okay.
What are the differences between the Surface Pro and Surface Go product lines?
The Surface Pro is more powerful with a larger display, while the Surface Go is smaller, more portable, and has a lower price point.
Which one best suits students?
The Surface Go is best suited for students because of its portability and affordability.
Any special pricing options for students?
Yeah, so here in this context, the live chat with avatar me, so we need to ask the several questions. For example, we need to ask we need to write some several prompts to the any LLM model, so they has to give the several responses, so like that only the several responses is converted to as a avatar. Okay, so you need to, whenever we need to ask some questions to the Chat GPT or Bing, whatever that may be model, so you need to like that only the responses will be converted as a avatar only. So like that the speech studio makes easy way to the convert all the responses in this way only. So that is a very very essential role that will place in this one. And I would like to tell you, I would like to demonstrate one simple demo about this author. So and before that I will tell you, so we have some other context as well, speech to text. So we have some real-time speech to text is there, and whisper model is the plays a key role. So whenever that I mean OpenAI models is only three models, the DALI and ChatGPT and the Whisper, three models are the plays a key role in this the trending on the 2020 to 2023. And the batch speed to text is the one more custom speech. So whether we have to make any we have to train any speech more, you have to train your own speech models. You have to custom your you need to tag anything regarding to like style, way of speaking and way of vocabulary and everything. You have to make your speech will be, you have to make the custom speech as well. Okay. And pronunciation assessment. So this is a key role place in the nowadays. So whenever the new heights are happening, so that these assessments will be happening. And speech translation, I don't take too much time, so I just try to cover all the things in the speech studio. So it will take around to 1 hour to 2 hours. The huge time it will take to respond all the services in the Azure speech studio. But today I can concentrate only with text to speech author. Okay. So I would like to tell you how it will be plays a key role and everything. Okay. Before that, I would like to say some question. Some simple gestures in this Azure AI. Azure AI Speech Studio. So here we have some beautiful avatars. Is there. So one is the casual sitting, one is the graceful sitting, and one is the graceful standing, and another one is the I mean technical sitting and technical stand. So these all are the some different styles of avatars is there. So you need to select whatever you need to select according to your avatar. Okay. I need to select this graceful sitting. Okay. I need to give, so once you need to select your graceful avatar. So whether you need the background is you need to select the background, whether it is the background is a white background, whether you need a transparent background. So you need to select accordingly. So you don't. So for, once you need to select the background, you need to download your whatever the avatar video and everything. You need to utilize in the so wherever the destination you need to select any destination. You need to utilize the all the wherever you need to, for example, you need to convey the birthday wishes and all, you need to use all these things. Okay. I need to make one thing. So I'm already created a okay, one second. Wait. So I have to okay, copy. So I need to make one author. It will take okay. So okay, I just created one to the Dan. Okay.
Dear Dan Ray, wishing you the very best on your journey with the Azure AI team. Your dedication, motivation, and leadership have always been a guiding.
Okay, so I just selected the language as a United States language. You need to select whatever the language you need. You need to select according to your user perspective. And voice is you need according to your voices. So we have some the different platform voices, our voice and Andrew, Brian and Jenny. We have the different type of voices in there. So I need to select the default. I just selected these voices as well. So what I need is I need to preview the video. I just tap onto the preview video. Let's wait and see how it will be generated this avatar video and everything. Okay. Probably it will take one minute. I think I'm audible, right?
Yeah, you're grand. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So in meanwhile, please feel free to comment your queries and related to this our speech to author and everything. And once it will be done, I would like to tell you how it will be. And I would like to tell you one more thing is that this Azure OpenAI account will be the region will be the West US only. So that's why we need to select the West US 2 only. So once you select the region, so only it will be applicable for only limited regions only. Okay, so yeah, will take some time.
So it's generating the voice from the text you just.
Yeah, yeah. So I try to give some the scenario, like I need to give some commands to how the avatar will be speaking about this one. So you need to change according to, you need to change the language, you need to change the voice models, your styles and gestures also you have to give. But let's see. So once the video is generated, now it will take. We have some better understanding about this avatar. Okay, wait.
Cool.
Don't know. Oh God.
And we have Anne has joined us from Anne is from India as well, I think. She does power
Yeah.
platform.
Hi.
Welcome, Anne.
Yeah. So the video is generated. Okay. I would like to uh, play this video.
Dear Dan Ray, wishing you the very best on your journey with the Azure AI team. Your dedication, motivation, and leadership have always been a guiding light for all of us. May your path be filled with success, innovation, and continued inspiration. You're not just a colleague, but a true friend and mentor. Here's to reaching new heights and achieving all your goals. Best wishes, the Azure AI team.
Yeah. So I just created one avatar like this way. So if you want to use this same video, you need to export. You just tap onto the export video. You need to download. So wherever you need to. So for example, you need to send to the different people. You need to send to. I need to send to the. So I just tap onto this one export button, and so whatever the format you need. So I just tap onto Dan, and I have to make it in the format of MP4 only. So I just tap onto the export button. So once they exported, so you need to send to the people. Okay, those who want, and you need to send that people. Okay, and so this is all about this avatar making. So you just give. So for example, I need to make into, for example, let's see. I need to. I'm the Telugu. Okay, so it will take some time. Okay, so before that, so I just stop here only. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Okay, and yeah, welcome Anna. So I think he's from India. Welcome back. I mean, welcome to the Azure AI team. And
Yeah,
yeah,
we have Solomon is here as well. Welcome,
yeah.
Solomon.
Hi,
Hello,
bro.
hello,
Hi, how are
Frank.
you?
Watch out, Teresa.
I'm
Yeah, I
good.
came in late. I got stuck somewhere, so I just had to join sitting at a
Oh, okay,
particular
okay,
spot.
okay.
Yeah,
No worries.
yeah,
We have Anne has joined us as well from India, and Teresa's here going to do some co-pilot on Outlook, and
yeah.
when
I also wanted to did Copilot Studio, but I don't know if my background is noisy because I'm just somewhere where the background is a bit noisy. But I don't know if it is noisy. If
No,
it
no,
is
no.
not, I could just.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. Oh,
It's perfect. There is,
yeah.
so
yeah,
Teresa,
yeah,
can
yeah.
I
So
go?
there is no, not, yeah, if it is
So
possible.
Hello,
um,
Teresa, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
yeah,
Yeah, I can hear
perfect.
you. I say, can I go? Can I just do a little demo on Copilot Studio?
Um,
So
um,
uh, you
it might,
have to join. You have to join the queue. Teresa's first.
yeah,
Oh, Teresa is first. Okay, 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 okay.
because I think it's actually going to be better if you do the studio after me because I'm going to go into the lab just a little bit and I'm not really up to speed on that just yet. So going
Okay.
into studio after me will probably be a more idea.
Okay, 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 great.
All right, let me move some things around and get set up here. Hopefully I don't have any computer issues. Okay. And share my screen. Slides. And I need to switch. Bear with me, folks. Okay. All right. Can you see my screen now?
1 second there
Oh,
now.
nope, I have to select it.
Yeah.
There we go. You can see it now.
And yeah, 1 second now. Do you add it to the stage?
I thought I did.
Yeah, just give it a couple of seconds.
Playing in picture, it says. So I see it up on my screen, but I don't see it.
Yeah, 1 second there, Teresa, and I'll add it from my side, okay?
Okay. Sorry about that.
Grand.
There we go. Okay, so today I just want to focus a little bit on Copilot and Outlook. I'm still learning it, so I may be a little choppy here during my demo. But you have to have new Outlook to use Copilot. Cannot use Outlook Classic. Here's an opportunity for me to say, if you have not tried new Outlook, click the toggle today. So the availability for Copilot, we all know Copilot is everywhere, right? And prior to this month, Copilot was only for people with the enterprise license and up to 300 license for that, that organization. That is not the case anymore. It is now available to enterprises license, business standard and premium, which is, really target for small and mid-sized businesses, and to education. Again, I'm just focusing on the business side. Like I said, Copilot is part of being. They don't like for us to say that, and it has also been opened up to personal and family plans as well. Now, I wanted to bring up this link here just because if you are a small business like me, where I have one license on Tech Community, let's see if I can pull this up. On Tech Community, there is, be nice to me. There is a form just for Copilot for small businesses and medium businesses. Please join this. Provide your feedback. Microsoft is really looking forward to how Copilot can help you, because our, workflow is different from a enterprise. So keep that in mind. When you create prompts and for Copilot, and again targeting for new Outlook, think about stating what your goal is. What is it that you want? And the example that they give, I want a list of 3 to 5 bullet points to prepare me for upcoming meeting. What is the context? Why do you need it, and who's involved? What is the expectation that you want from your response, and when it's generated? And provide what source. If you want to put information from your emails or for your chats, like for the last 2 weeks, include that. The other thing that I should have included on this slide is, if it generates and doesn't give you the right information, make sure you give it feedback. Give it a thumbs up if it returned what you want, thumbs down, and provide some context around why it didn't generate what you need. Again, Microsoft is really open to feedback, so we can have a better performing Copilot in the future. So keep that in mind. Okay. Let me pull up. So when you pull up Copilot, this is the home page that you will see. Notice that you do have Copilot in the left navigation of your Microsoft 365 homepage, and it gives you some prompts, that you want to maybe try. And this is not just pulling information out of Outlook, but in general. I discovered yesterday, and I haven't had a chance to really test it, but you can save your prompts. And let me remember how to get there. View prompts. So you can open up a Copilot lab, and they're actually giving you some prompts that you can use. So, if you see any of these templates that you like, go ahead and save them so you can reuse them. And I thought that was really nice. And you can do this for any of the categories. Do you want to catch up, create, or ask? And if you go to the Copilot lab, there are more prompts here, not only just for Outlook, but PowerPoint, Word, OneNote. I've actually saw some things even for Excel, and you just click on which app that you're interested in to see what's available. Now, what I have not tested yet is, if I create my own template, can I create my own template and save it so it's always available to me to reuse? And Frank, I'll come back next week with a little bit more information around that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, so that's good. But let's go ahead and launch Outlook. And I think I have it open already. So there's really only 3 things that you can do in Outlook. And I thought that they missed the mark. In most of the applications, they have the Copilot in the left navigation. They do not. So if you want to get a summary of emails for the last 14 days, let's go ahead and do that. Summarize my emails for last 14 days. So what it would do is it would go and look for my emails and give me a summary. Again, I actually missed it because I was looking for that Copilot icon actually in Outlook. And I've given Microsoft that feedback. But I've done this several times, and it was pretty good as far as giving me the information. And you see these little numbers here. All that's going to do is actually take you to that message if you need to read more details on that message. So really nice. So let's go back to Outlook. So yeah, so they missed the mark. Outlook needs to be, Copilot needs to be added to this left navigation. Even if it takes me back to the home page would be nice. So I'm going to just create a message. Oops, I wanted you to see that again. Let me take that out. Let's do this again. So notice that it's letting you know, do you want to create a draft with Copilot? So that's really nice. And you can. When you open that, this is called the Coach Assistant. And I'm going to put a message in here that I did. So I sent a message. You have to have at least 100 characters in here. And this is my version of a message that I wanted to send to Dan, and I want them to generate a draft. Give it a few minutes to populate. This is interesting. Before it did something like, because I didn't have Dan's name here, they're gonna just allow you to fill this in. You can read over it and take a look at it and see if it's pretty good and aligned with what you want. If you want to regenerate, here again, there's that thumbs up and thumbs down. If your response is way off mark, here's the opportunity to give them that feedback. You have the option to keep it, discard it, or regenerate. If you want to add some new information in here, you can. And one of the things that I wanted to, I didn't mean to regenerate that. Sorry about that. I want to keep it. So it kept a message I would go through here. One of the things that I thought about when I was doing this is what happens if I really want them to regenerate just this sentence. And there was a couple issues with that. If you regenerate it, it starts from scratch again. I wanted to give another one. Yeah, I wanted to show you the response that it gave before. Because there was a couple things in here. Open. So when I generated this message and I gave it, 100 words, a couple things is, like I said, it started off with greetings. I would never use greetings. I had said, had given Dan a summary of a meeting and used, like I said, 100 characters. It added a lot of information, like, I don't know where they came up with, it was 25 participants that was in the meeting, and they came from different departments and roles. It also summarized, like, Bill, who gave us some insights on LinkedIn. It gave Bill a title here, said that he's our LinkedIn expert. It shared that I was the MAC coordinator, which is the Microsoft Adoption Community Coordinator. So it gave some additional information here. And some of it was okay, but we definitely did not assign that. So just make sure you read through it and make a decision and make some changes. I just thought that was interesting, and not sure how they came up with some of that title. Close this out. And one more. Oops. Hit the slash bar. If you wanted to regenerate, make sure you hit the slash bar. You can add documents, and now you can draft with Copilot. I thought that was nice. One of the things I forgot to share with you is you can choose the tone of your email. Do you want it direct? Do you want it casual? Even make a poem. I know that Dan has done that before. And if you want it long or medium. Let's just regenerate this same prompt and see what we get for medium. One of the things I noticed too is, because this is the same prompt that I just showed you that said 25 people, I get something different each time. So again, I just thought that it was interesting that I chose the same exact prompts and you may get something different each time. Okay. All right, that's all I have to really share with you this week.
That's great, Teresa. Thanks for that demo and outlook.
And I will come back and share a little bit more, because I really want to know how to save my own prompts that where I can reuse them.
Very good.
I will stop sharing. Any questions?
Did you have to did you have to put in 100 words that time?
I did. Because I wanted my message to sound like me, the way I talk or way I write. I just didn't focus on just giving 100 characters. I really focused on my first draft and wanted Copilot, the coach assistant, to clean it up, right? So I like to give it a little bit more, because I think the more you give it, the better it's going to be correct when you generate it.
Cool.
Okay, the floor
That
is
was a
yours.
great presentation.
Thank you. The floor is now yours, Solomon.
Yeah, so just before I start, I my network is not that good because I'm outside, and I just want, just in case there's a delay in network, just let me know. So I'm just trying to see if this is going to work out. So I'll be sharing my screen now so that I can just do a little demo on like an introduction to Copilot Studio, just like a beginner's guide. Let me share my screen now.
I stopped sharing mine.
Yeah, thank you. Also,
While we
pardon
while
my,
while we waiting on you, I wanted just to wish Dan Ray, who's not with us today because he's having a birthday lunch, and I wanted to, all of us, happy birthday, Dan.
Happy birthday, Dan.
Glad that you're not on the call
happy birthday.
today, just to and we're celebrating your birthday instead.
Okay, can you see my screen?
1 second there now. I'll just add it.
No.
Okay.
1 second. I'm just after adding
Yes.
it there now, so it should come up there now.
So is my network okay?
Yeah, you're okay.
Okay, great. Okay, so can you see the screen now? I can't actually. I'm using just one screen though.
Yeah, we can see the screen. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, so today I'll be talking about the Copilot Studio, just a beginner's guide in case you just want to try it out or test it. So what I'll be doing today, I'll be using M365 tenants for this Copilot Studio. So if you probably want to try this, you can as well create a developer's account in M365. And once you do that, you can come to this link and just type copilotstudio.microsoft.com. So I would hit enter here. And once I do that, you'll probably see something different, but it's just more like trying for 60 days, like a trial version for 60 days, where you can accept and you would be seeing something just like this. So this is the Copilot Studio. And for this Copilot Studio for today, what I would be dealing with is just how we'll be getting, I'll be getting a website, or it can be a document, and giving this information to Copilot. And once I give this information to Copilot, if you have users or someone trying to interact with the bot, they will be providing answers from the information or the data that you're putting into Copilot. So for me to do that, I will just start with creating a new Copilot.
I have a quick
And
question,
once,
Solomon.
okay.
What is Copilot Studio, and what is the ultimate goal before you do the demo?
So for Copilot Studio, is more like you trying to get full control or customization of how you want your information to be given out. So it's more like you're giving it full customization. So I can bring in my information, customize it the way I want, and bring in plugins. And when I bring in these plugins, then I can then publish it into different channels. So I have like more control of the information.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
So for the name of this copilot, I will just call it AI show. So if I'm calling this AI show, let me just say, yeah, AI show is fine. I'm just going to name this, and then I can select the language I want for the copilot. So now I can choose to just start with giving this the website that I wanted to pull the information from. So, but when I go in, I will show you how we can still adjust a whole lot of stuff. So what I would do, I would just use my website, abcofcloud.com. And once I do that, we have advanced options that we can as well play with. But because of time, I will just go to create. So this is just going to take some time for it to create. So let's just give it some time for it to. My network is not at its best today, so there might just be a bit of delay. But what this is doing is just setting up the Copilot Studio for me, and I would be moved to a new environment where I can customize it. So I'll just refresh this and see. Oh, so it's showing me you need access. So what I'll just do, I think I have one on this tenant. Let me just open that. So I just wanted to do from start, but let me just open this because of time. So I will explain it. So after putting my website, right, this is what it should show me. Let me just open this. Okay. Yeah. So after creating the new copilot, right, this is what I would see. That should be the AI show that I just created. And then I can select the copilot I just created. So once I select the copilot I just created, what I can actually do is, you see I have this interface. So if you probably create yours, you would see this interface. Now this interface is more like the chat bot itself, and then we can start asking questions based on the link I provided. Now, for all of this, you would not be seeing this because I actually added this. So what you would need to do to get to the part where you can change all this stuff is you can play with the topics. But before I get to the topics and show you why this is going to be different from what you'll be seeing when you create it, let's just come back to this place. Now we have the generative AI. So the generative AI was just exactly where I pasted the website when you're starting. And if you look at it, I just pasted the website directly. When we are using this, we still have options where we can also upload our documents. And if we're also talking about how our content, the kind of response we want, we can actually choose how we want it, right? Now I want high. What high is going to do is Copilot is going to generate few answers, but responses are more relevant. So you have the option to play with this also, like you can choose to change this to the moderation of how you prefer. You can choose to add in a document here. And what you should notice, once you upload any document here, anybody that is going to have access to your Copilot would also have access to the document you're uploading there, because once they're asking questions, is going to be coming from here. So now for this website, right, another thing you should notice is when we're looking at the levels, there is a maximum level of websites you can put in terms of if I probably just type Microsoft Learn here, let me just say Microsoft Learn. So let me just open Microsoft Learn. So I just explain what that means. Or I can just put in this. If I click the training days, now you can see this is how deep we can go when we are using our link for Copilot. If I choose to go one more step in, let me just see if I go to browse training. Yes, at this point, if I try to add this, it would not accept this link, and I'll tell you why. So let me paste this. So you can see it's only 2 level deeps that I can go. So what that means is if I choose to do this, I can add this link. So you can see this is the one level and this is the second level. So what that simply means is if I need answers from my copilot and I want the answers to come directly from this page and I want it to skip this level and just come directly to this place, I can't because this is above 2 level, right? And the idea is if I use this, what it simply means, I'll be able to get information down to this place. It's just that I can't skip here and then come down to this level to get information. That means my information, I can get information from this page and I'll also get information from this page. So that's where we see the 2 level deep that it was showing me at this point. So you can add more websites, you can add documents here, and depending on what you want to add to your generative AI. We also have this tracking here. So what this tracking does is if I ask questions here, like I would just tell this co-pilot who is Solomon Jeremiah, and the response will get, I will show you how it is getting it. If I say who is Solomon Jeremiah and I hit enter now, I'm just going to wait for it to give me an answer. Now you can see, say Solomon Jeremiah is a technology guru who is adept at improving business and IT system availability and all of that. And this is the reference to where it is getting that. So let me just click on that and you're going to see what what the Copilot Studio just did for me. So if I come to this website, let me just scroll down. So you can see I have 2 blocks that are standing separately from themselves. And one of the block here, I just said Solomon Jeremiah, and I put my MVP, Azure, and all of that. And then I wrote something about me beside here. You can see that Copilot was able to pick this information and match it with this information. They actually understood that this is exactly the information I was looking for. And that's how it gave me these answers. So we have conversational boost. I will go to topics, but we can also turn on this track. And if we turn on the track, we'll be seeing how the answers are being generated and all of that. But before I do that, I will just jump to topics, which is just something I want to just talk about before I leave. So if we look at topics here, we have some out of box topics that we have here. We have goodbye, greetings, and all of it. We have plugins, actions, which is currently in preview, and then we have system. So what this system does for us is I actually use the system because I have the option to actually change stuff to where I want. So let me just see if I can move this a bit. I just need more space here. Okay, let me just so why I'm trying to move this is because I wanted to show you what. Okay, let me close this. So great. So I just closed that. So this is actually how the topics look like. So if you look at the topic, we have conversation start, we have conversational boost, we have end of conversation, we have escalate, fallback, and we have some topics here. So what these topics does is, if you look at this now, if I click on the conversation starts now. So if you look at this conversation starts, basically what this is doing is just when you're probably starting the conversation. And if you notice my conversational starts, I actually use hello. I'm using the value for the bot. That's the name of the bot. And then I am writing what I need. So hello, I am, that's the name of the bot, ABC of Cloud, Copilot, a virtual assistant. then how can I help you? So you can actually customize this. So once the user opens the bot, this is the first thing they're going to see, like, hello, I am ABC of Cloud. So I can change this to whatsoever I want. So these quick replies, I added them. I can always choose to remove them. So we have options where you can add all of that. Yeah. So you can see we have message variations, images, videos, basic card, these adaptive cards. I think this is one of the coolest feature that I want to try. I've been trying other stuff, but I've not tried this. But this is something I want to try because it's actually nice. And then we still have like quick replies also. So if you look at quick replies just basically means, um, I could have my bot, and then I know most questions that people would love to ask is maybe what is cloud computing and all of that. I can just create quick replies for it. So when they open the bot, they just see what they were thinking of, like, oh, I wanted to ask what is cloud computing. And all they just need to do is click. And once they click on that, they'll get a response. So that's what this quick replies does. You can choose to change it the way you want. And then if I probably go back to topics, I'm just going to leave this. You'll see in the system, we still have conversational boost. So the conversational boost is basically how we are getting our information. So we don't know what the user or the person that is logging into this, the person that's trying to use the bot, right? We don't know their intent. We don't know what they want to ask, right? So this is an unknown intent. But once they ask that question, we would be generating the answers from here. And once the question is passed in here, we have other conditions that follow. We can choose to answer, right? And you can see then we end the topic, and then we have all other conditions here. We can choose to add all other conditions. But if you're looking at the Copilot Studio, what you should just think of is basically you using a bot in any website. And most times you probably ask questions, and the bot is not giving you answers, and you're telling the bot, can I speak to an agent? And you'll see the bot will tell you, hold on shortly, we'll get back to you. So you can as well program all of that. So that's why if you look at these systems here, we have stuffs like end conversation, escalation, we have fallback. So fallback is probably your asking the bot a question that they don't really have answers to. You can always handle how you want the bot to answer those questions. So you can see the message here is, I am sorry, I'm not sure how to help you with that. Can you try to rephrase it? So you can handle all of those fallbacks where questions are not available. And you can see we still have escalation here. And if you go to the topics, we still have escalation for topics. Now, apart from having these topics, we can as well add our topic if we want to add our topics, right? We can come here and add topics. We can choose to add topics from blank, and we can create from description. So if we're creating from description, what this is going to do is more like we trying to create a topic, and we are telling Copilot, please, can you create this topic for me? So this signing, I think I created this signing using from description, meaning I told Copilot, can you help me to create this? So if we want to, let me just let me just go back to, I just want to go back to add and go to topics. So if I come to blank, right? So what is going to happen here is I'll be creating my own topic. I'll give it a name, and then I can just add phrases myself. So imagine for signing now, I can choose to just add phrases like register, sign up, how can I, so I'll just look for phrases that have to do with people questioning how they can register, how they can sign up, and all of that. So I'll just add those phrases here. So if a user is probably using the bot and the person is asking questions around that, Copilot would know how to handle that. So basically, these topics, that's what it does. But if you're using, sorry about that, if you're using this particular one, create from description, you would not need to type in those phrases. You just need to tell Copilot, I need a topic for signing or sign up or register. Copilot will generate all the phrases that goes with that particular topic, and then you can add it to your Copilot bot that you're creating. So if I do all of that, I can always test it. But once I'm done testing it and everything, I can come to publish. So publish basically is if I make any editing, even if the bot is live, I have to always come and publish it so that it would update. So, but while you're working on your Copilot Studio, there's something good about it. What is good about it is I can choose to pick a demo website and share with people in the team to watch, to test what I'm actually working on. So this demo website is not probably live. If I just open it on a new tab, it's just going to show you what your Copilot can do, what it looks like, and I can actually share this with people. I can just tell them, oh, this is what I'm working, take this link and test it. So, and if you click cloud computing, you see the Copilot would be doing his work, and you can see the reference to where it is getting this from. You can see it's telling me what cloud computing is. And to be frank, I think that was like last month while I was walking around Copilot Studio, it was doing a lot of amazing stuff that I cannot really cover. So if you look at the channels, we have a lot of channels that you can actually publish this. But when you're publishing this, you need to have like a few things in mind. And one of those things, you need to understand the security. If you're publishing it to like a website that is going to be facing clients, customers, it will be advisable for you to turn off the authentication because you would not need them to authenticate before they can use it. But if you're probably using it within your organization, then you can probably handle the authentication. So for you to do the authentication where you can always come to security. So here in security, you have the option to authenticate. You have the option for sharing. You have web channel security. You also have allow list. So if you look at the authentication for this, I turned it off. So what this means is I can choose to embed this copilot that I just created on my website. And if I come to channel here, let me say I want to embed it on my website. This is for the demo I was talking of. If I click on this, I can get the demo link, and this is for my custom website. So this is just the embedded code that I need. So I can copy this and then embed it on my website. And there's a GitHub tutorial that will show you how you can make the bot look very nice. So one of the easiest one that you can try if you're probably just using it, you can just use it for Teams. So if you use this for Teams, what you would do, you would just create this bot for Teams. So I already did this for Teams. I published it on Teams. So if I click on open bots, what this is going to do is let me just say use the web instead. So I will just stop at this point because there's a lot that comes with Copilot. So if I go to Teams, let me just show you. I hope the network is going to open it. Then I will just end this. So the idea with this is if you probably have an organization and you have informations within your organization, just like maybe HR onboarding, and you don't want you know that new employees might have questions to ask, you can get the documentation for the HR onboarding and other stuff, just upload it on your Copilot, then try to customize it. And once you customize it, you can then maybe put it on Teams. There are other channels that you can put that on, not just Teams. So once you do that, I think I already gave this permission. This already has permission, so it should be showing here. It's just that my network is actually not good. So okay, let me just check my chat. I think okay, yeah. So this is it. So this is what it looks like. So if you look at this, you can see that I was already communicating with my bot. So if you look at the bot, I could oh, you can see I said sign up. I just said sign up, and look at what it said. To register, provide the full information. So I already set this up in my topics. I had to edit all of this, and you can see, say, what's your full name? And I told it, Solomon, what's your email address? And what's your phone number? So I just tried putting something that is not phone number, and it asked me again because this if phone number cannot be letters, right? So it's asked me, what's your phone number again? I gave it a number, and you now say, thank you, Solomon Jeremiah. So you can see it also picked my name from here because I said, oh, this is my name. So it picked my name and said, thank you, Solomon Jeremiah. Your information has been saved. So you can pull all this information. You can connect your Copilot to its Power Automate, and then with that, you can actually do great stuff. I was planning making a video with this, but it has really been a lot that I've been trying to do within the couple of weeks. But then this is just a little to what Copilot Studio can do. So I'm just like showing this for now. So I think that's all I have to say for now. And I hope my network wasn't as bad as I thought, and you were able to follow during this explanation.
No, very good.
That was pretty exciting. And a couple things came to my mind. I was writing notes. Doing that, it would be great for law firms. I was thinking like industries. Think about HR departments who, people are always asking about information and pulling information from different documents. I was thinking about like procedures, people always needing access to procedures. Now you can build that in and they can go. So those are a couple things that came to my mind. But do you have to have a license to the chatbot? Or do you have a separate licensing for Copilot Studio? Just a couple of
Yeah, I
things that
think
came
you,
to my mind.
you just need license for the Copilot Studio itself. So because what I just did was the trial version.
Separate from Copilot? Separate from
Yes,
Copilot?
yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm using, I think after 60 days, I'm going to lose access to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I have few days left though. So because I already tried it earlier.
And how much is it for Copilot Studio?
For now, I don't really know the cost because I'm enjoying it for free now, but I've not really gone into the cost, the cost aspect. Yeah, I've not really. I know Copilot. There's Copilot Pro and a lot of it. We have Copilot for M365. So I've not really looked at the cost, how the different pricing. But yeah, for now, I just use the trial version for the Copilot Studio and just did some tests. So I was just running a lot of multiple tests. They have different menus there. So I was just testing each of those stuffs to see what it can do.
Well, the good thing is about that, you will want Copilot, Microsoft 365 Copilot for your entire organization, which is about $30 per person per license. But at least with the studio, you're only going to buy one or two license for the people who's going to create it and generate it. So that's one thought about that. You'd be curious
Yeah,
if it's $10
yeah.
or $30.
Yeah. And then if this goes back to the first question you asked, you can see that I can actually get my own information and customize it the way I want instead of just using the M365 Copilots where I just go to Teams, use it for Teams, use it for Outlook, use it for Word.
But the other one is too, because I think it's a separate license for the chatbots, right? So are you having to have that as well, or is it going to be combined? Just curious.
So there's something I've not tried. And what I think is among the channels, when you look at the channels, we have one channel that is Microsoft Copilot. I've really not tried what that is, but the reason I haven't I want to try that is I actually want to know if the Copilot Studio, after customizing it, you can actually publish it in such a way that employees with the M365 Copilots can also leverage the information that you have on your Copilot Studio. So, but I've not tried that because I actually don't have access to. This is the only Copilot I have access to. So I don't I don't have access to the other copilots. So this is the only one. So I've not really tried that. But among the channels, you see there is Microsoft Copilots there. And then we have a lot of other channels there. So, but to be frank, I was discussing with a couple of people after doing some tests on it. And one of my discussion was just around how Copilot is doing a lot, and this is the beginning stage, right? We've not seen the best yet. We are just seeing like the introduction, and from the introduction, we're already seeing a lot. So if you won't look at it, you see when I say who is Solomon Jeremiah, that's my website. The way I built it, I separated those two informations together. I did not put it under my name, but for some reason, Copilot was able to say, okay, this is Solomon Jeremiah. It took the information I put about myself and merged it with my name. So that is also some like cool stuff that we are getting from Copilot.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
I've never seen the studio before, Solomon. Very good. Great
Yeah.
demo. And
Yeah, you can try it.
yeah, I will definitely have a look at it. Hi, Dan. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dan.
Hey, thanks.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Appreciate
birthday,
it.
Dan.
Yeah, thanks, Teresa. Thanks, Prathap.
Yeah.
Thanks, Frank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just said earlier, well, it's a good thing that Dan is not on the call. He's actually celebrating his birthday, and then you show up.
Yeah, we're on our way home, but we had a wonderful lunch together, our family. So
Very good.
just wanted to pop on and say hello and
Thank you for
see what
stopping
was
by.
going on. Great demos.
Yeah.
I
And
didn't get a
okay, let me
chance.
ask the question.
I was geared up to do Word, Excel, PowerPoint on Copilot, but I'll save it for next week.
Great.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah. So there's a question of where Yemi is talking about. He said this would be great for onboarding. Yes, that's actually true. You can actually use the Copilot Studio for onboarding. That's also a use case for it.
Yeah, onboarding is a good one.
Yeah. So what I just want to say, I actually stopped my journey so I could present. And you would notice I'm using a very small screen. That's why I'm just managing my screen. So I'll be dropping off the call so I can continue this journey. My wife is actually sitting somewhere waiting for me.
Very
Yeah.
good.
So yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your time.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
Bye.
Solomon.
Happy birthday, OPME, Stephen.
Yeah, happy birthday. January, all of the January folks.
Looks like there's a
Belated
lot.
happy birthday.
A great show, Frank.
Yeah, great show.
Yeah, great. So look, everybody, we're gone over a bit of time, and we had a great show, and nice to see Dan joining us on his birthday. But we'll be back here again next week at the same time, and Partop is running a show on February the 17th. Is that right, Partop?
Yeah. So on February 17th.
The 17th of February. It's a whole day. I'll be presenting
Yeah.
there. I think Dan will be. There'll be loads of stuff. So keep tuned in for that. So we'll see you back here again next week for the Azure and AI show. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Dan. Once again, happy birthday and bye.
Thanks again.